Hello, my water sign friends. Welcome to your love reading for December 1st through the 15th. As always, this will be for the first half of the month, and it'll be just focused around love. Don't forget to check out every single week for every single zodiac sign. I do a weekly forecast, and I also will pick a card for love once a week there as well. So be sure to check that out as well, guys. But let's jump right on in here and see what is going on for our water sign friends for the first half of December. So I like to break the month up into quarters, and so I do a row for each quarter, and I'll just take it as 4 quarters. So here we are. Here's the first week. 1, 2, 3. First half of the first half. The second half of the first half. What is going on? The second half of the first half. Alright, I'll go ahead and lay those down, my friends, and then we'll see what is going on for the week. Not the week, I'm used to saying that for the weekly readings, for the first half of the month. So first and foremost, we have 2 of Cups. So this is like a good foundation for a relationship. This is basically letting us know that you might have a relationship kind of brewing or stirring. Here in this context, I feel that for some of you, this is somebody that maybe you've been knowing for a while, and maybe they've been lurking, and you've kind of maybe felt that they had some interest, but maybe they weren't like moving on it, and now they seem to be moving forward. The beginning part of December, they're coming in. But this feels to me like a new love for most of you. Obviously, some of you are already in a relationship, so 2 of Cups can also have the meaning of like getting past a conflict, or maybe there's been like a distance between the 2 of you, and this distance is, you know, being eliminated. Like there's this coming close, there's this forgiveness, there's this moving forward. So 2 of Cups is a very, very emotionally intimate relationship. So it's not just somebody who's just looking for sex, or, you know, somebody who's just based on physical attraction. 2 of Cups would mean that there's this real bond here. There's this real bond, and it's going to be moving forward for a lot of you. Let's check out what else we have here. And this is the Empress. And the Empress has a few different meanings, guys. For some of you, you're really coming into this time of confidence where you're feeling good about yourself. And for me, I feel like when the Empress card comes in, it's letting us know that you're really being successful in a lot of things, or you're finding your niche, you're finding your way, you're finding your path. So for some of you, this is making you very irresistible. But it could also make you feel intimidating to certain people. So there could just be this feeling or this sensation of like, wow, like, you know, this person is so amazing, but I don't know if I can really like be who they need me to be. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold their interest. So for some of you, you have this energy coming in where you're calling in a really massive soulmate, because you're in this really strong period of growth, and so you might be feeling like love life is a little bit stalled, or you might feel like people are getting close and then pulling away, and you're like, what's going on? I thought we had a good connection, I thought things were going someplace. And it's because you're in this Empress energy, and you're really blooming and blossoming right now, and some people feel like they're not worthy of that, or that they can't keep up with that. Those of you who are in a relationship, in a significant relationship, or those of you who are kind of involved with somebody right now, the Empress card can mean sometimes that there's going to be a pregnancy, because another meaning of this card is fertility. So if you're trying not to get pregnant, or if right now is not a good time for you to get pregnant, or to get somebody pregnant, because maybe you can't get pregnant, maybe you can only impregnate, you know, depending on who's watching this. If that's not like something you're cool with right now, you might want to be careful. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Weather is colder, whatever's going on here with like the romantic energies, you know, if that's something that you don't want to happen, the Empress sometimes could be a heads up, like, hey, you know, like this is the energy, so plan accordingly. Next we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords could be planning and reasoning, okay? We do have in the beginning here Two of Cups. And what did I say? Two of Cups is emotional intimacy. King of Swords is not a very emotionally intimate person. Not because they have fears or worries or they're scared of getting hurt. They're, you know, King of Swords just isn't a touchy-feely person. So for some of you, as you're trying to get closer to somebody, there still may be elements here. And this card might be coming up to let you know that, hey, you know, you're bridging this gap, you're bridging this distance, but you may have to keep in mind that you're dealing with a person who doesn't express love the way that you do. Us water signs, you know, typically if we don't have a whole lot of you know, like emotional trauma, we can really connect emotionally. We have no problem with going in those emotional levels. But for some people, it can be a challenge, depending just based on their personality. It's not even a matter of trauma. It's not even a matter of having been hurt. It's just a personality thing. And to me, King of Swords is very much that personality. Somebody who's a lot more logical, maybe not so lovey-dovey, maybe not so cuddly. And they might be really trying. They might really be trying to hold things together with you. And so for some of you, this is a reminder like, hey, this person's really trying and you might have to be patient with them. Now, King of Swords could also signify an air sign. So maybe some of you are dealing with an air sign or an air sign partner. Some of you could be dealing with some kind of agreements or planning and moving forward in a relationship that maybe is going to have to be with coming down to the brass tacks here, so to speak, in terms of like money and finances. And maybe you all are getting ready to make some big decisions and you're sitting down and you're calculating and you're planning and you're deciding who is putting what down and who is doing this and who is doing that. It could be legal papers that are coming up. So maybe some of you are having to consider a prenuptial agreement. Maybe some of you are having to do something in terms of estate planning or something to do with inheritance or protecting certain assets as a relationship gets more serious. I feel that some of you are getting serious in a relationship where there's assets. I keep hearing inheritance, where inheritance is an issue. So, you know, I don't know why, you know, what is going on, but there could be just kind of conversation here about that, or just like somebody's trying to make certain things very clear to the other person, like, you know, this isn't yours. This belongs to the family, and even though you might be coming into the family, if anything happens between us, like, don't really expect a share of it. I don't know. So it could be something going on where somebody is wanting you to, you know, sign some kind of an agreement or contract around finances affecting a relationship. This is a general reading, guys. It's not going to be for every single person. So be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Our next card here is Eight of Swords. So this could be feeling stuck or this could be feeling trapped. So what this story is telling me here, there's a bit of a roller coaster in the beginning part of December, my friends. You might be feeling like things are finally moving forward, right? And you're feeling really good, you're feeling really elevated, and then bam, we've got King of Swords coming in, where like things get real and things get to like, okay, like we have to talk about the reality of the relationship. So for some of you who had somebody who's been distant, now that they're coming in and being close and you're feeling that connection and you're feeling good, they're opening up because now things just got serious, and they're either revealing a truth to you, or they're talking about something legal, or they're doing something where all of a sudden now you might feel like, I don't know what to do. Like, I want this person, but I wasn't aware that there was going to be some kind of baggage, or I wasn't aware that there was going to be some kind of problem here. Let me just pause and try to focus this better. Okay, there we go. So some of you might be now like, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that there was going to be this kind of situation, or I didn't know that there was going to be this kind of baggage or issue. And so now you might feel a little bit torn. Like, I want to stay in this relationship, but now all things considered, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that I'm okay with some of this, or you might be feeling hurt or offended. based on some of the requirements or ultimatums that are being laid down for you. So there could be some fear, and there could just be this feeling of being stuck. The warning that is coming in with this card, though, my friends, is that the universe is saying, whatever you do, don't get stuck into this feeling of, oh, I knew it. Like, it must have been, you know, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Or I knew it was too good to be true. Like, don't start pushing love away. Because, you know, the Empress card, like I said, can really have to do with a very significant part of your life, right? So whatever is going on here, you probably are dealing with a soul contract and a significant soulmate. So don't be very quick to just kind of push away love or to feel like you're unlucky. Whatever this is that's happening is happening for a reason. And I feel that there's a lot of good in the relationship for many of you. So it just might be like, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Don't be so quick to give up. Don't be so quick to feel trapped or to feel stuck, right? Like, try to keep an open mind about it. Your next card here is Nine of Swords. So again, this is anxiety. This is fear of loss, okay? Like, now that you're in this relationship and now that things are moving forward, you might feel like there's a lot to lose or there's a lot to risk. But my mind keeps going back to the Empress card, you guys. And the Empress is that personal power. So maybe that's a big part of the soul contract relationship with this person, is for you to not forget how powerful you are and not to be so afraid about what's happening in this relationship, or, you know, what this person is going to give you financially if things don't work out. I feel that for some of you, there's this fear that, oh my goodness, like, yeah, I need the relationship to work out because I want to be with this person, but you might also have fear about, like, financially what's going to happen. And so I feel the message here is to believe in yourself and to know that this could be a really good opportunity for you to practice having a give and take relationship, a healthy relationship, having this closeness with a person, and to get on your feet, to find some kind of independence, you know? Maybe you're in a situation where you all are helping each other financially, right? But this is also a really good time for you to focus on developing yourself and growing yourself. Or maybe you're with somebody who's supporting you completely financially. Again, this is a really good time for you to figure out what you want to do and how you're going to be happy and how you're going to move forward in a relationship and have your independence and maybe even have, like, your own finances. I feel water signs, for a lot of you, there's some soul contract here with balancing love and money. I think that for some people, there's like this fear or this worry that they've been taken advantage of financially, or they might be really struggling and they're hoping somebody is going to love them and help them out, and they're seeing that as love. But I feel like the message here, my friends, is just something about balancing love and money and knowing the difference between the two of these things, and to find your confidence and to find your power in both of these areas, so you're not depending on one for the other. Your next card here is Page of Wands. So this is like, you know, maybe as you're getting worried, maybe as you're getting scared, you or your partner, it could be either one of you, somebody, you know, whether you're the one who's getting insecure or if your partner's getting insecure, whoever is in this worry energy, you might start looking around. You might start considering your other options. You might start looking for a plan B, or they might be looking for a plan B. So that is something you all are going to have to be very clear about, my friends. I feel for those of you who are single, something is changing. Somebody's coming in. And you're like, oh my goodness, like, this is it. This is exactly what I wanted. But when it comes into the planning and moving forward, then all of a sudden, you know, you might be like, oh, well, this seems like a lot of work, or this seems like there's some risks attached, and maybe I'm going to keep my options open. To me, Page of Wands is somebody who's trying to keep their options open. So, those of you who are single, you may be passing up a relationship. Somebody who's coming in, you might, like, be, oh, this is it, this is great, let's move forward. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, nope, never mind. Now that I have more information, I'm going to keep my options open, or I'm not going to jump into anything with this person, like, real super quick. I'm going to take my time with them. So, and those of you who are in a relationship, there may be, this could be taken a couple of different ways. It could be that maybe, you know, somebody is considering, looking outside of the relationship, or wondering if they want to still be in the relationship. Or it could also just be coming in as like a need to bring back the passion. Maybe there's just too much worrying going on. 8 of Swords is worry. You know, 9 of Swords is worry. This is just bringing back the passion, okay? Like, that might be something that you're needing to do in the relationship, and not be so much in the worry and in the anxiety levels of things. But again, this is a general reading. Check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. It's going to be different for different ones of you. You may need a private reading. Do reach out and let me know if that's the case. Thank you so much for watching, my friends.